Good morning. My name is Oren Gabay, and in this whiteboard video we are going to discuss the ROI of a monitoring system for an engineering licensing within an organization. Now, this is a real world case of a prospect that contacted us, and we are trying to analyze the possible ROI. I would like to start with the bottom line. I spoke about that in my previous video and explained the different components of the ROI. So the first one is engineering time, better utilization of it. So we're seeing a save lost hours was 500,000, about more than $500,000 per year. Saving on licensing costs, so better utilizing the licenses and stopping maintenance for licenses that are not actually needed. This is a minimal amount of $30,000 per year. And then saving on the administration cost of the licenses is $25,000 per year. Now, let me go to the detail and explain everything. So, the company is an advanced engineering company, super high tech, and we're talking about 700 users with 2 vendors. So we're not sure exactly how many users are actually using the 2 different applications. So just in order to be very minimalistic, we took an assumption that 350 engineers are using one application and 350 are using the other application. Usually it's not like that. Everyone is using everything, most of the cases, but it's a very minimalistic assumption. And we're talking about 100 licenses for each vendor. So it's also very minimalistic. The cost of 1 hour of engineer, we took 150. Of course, it's more because take all the costs and the overhead of the facility and the equipment that people are using, but also again, we kept it minimal. $100,000, the cost of keeping the whole licensing system running. It includes installation, consultants, software, everything. So that's also minimalistic. And we took an assumption of $1,000 maintenance costs for each license. So now let's play with the numbers. Annual hours per engineer, this is a US number, but similar in most places. So it's 2,080 hours. We have 700 engineers, so we have almost 1.5 million working hours. Wow. The hourly cost is 100, so this is the total cost of work for the engineers only. So it's $145 million. That's a lot of money. Now let's think, how many times you have seen on your network people sending an email saying, do you have license to this? Do you keep this license? Or how many times you get a denial and you couldn't do what you need to do, and so on and on. Everyone knows this. So we are taking a very minimalistic number of 8 hours. So we're saying out of the total here, all the cases we accumulated to 8 hours of a better utilization. So instead of going through the aisle to look for the license, you have it. And that's less than 0.5%. And if you do the math, you get this number. So it's almost it's more than $500,000 of saving in that case. So you better utilize this time, and this is the cost it would cost. Let's move to B, and this time it's we are talking about direct savings. So we are talking about the money we're paying to the vendors. So we have 200 licenses. Maintenance, as we say, we assume 1,000, and the total is 200,000 per year. What's the minimal saving? It's really minimal. You would typically get more. It's 15%. 15%. This is $30,000 annually direct saving this time. It's money you are not going to pay to the vendor. Let's move on and look on the saving on the license administration. As we say, it's all the costs related to the management of the licenses. Typically, we see in most companies a person working, managing, running, checking what's going on, working with the departments, and doing all the administration work on the management of the license server. It takes a lot of time, lots of hassle. A system is taking much of this hassle and automating it, and this is why we take a minimal saving. This is 25%. And we are looking into a direct saving of $25,000. So the total saving is $55,000 of direct saving, and we are looking about on this figure, and I'm separating the two on purpose. I'm saying this is direct. This would already cover your costs for the monitoring system, and if you put your own real number, you will find out that the actual saving you can get is much higher. And this is an indirect saving you need to take into account. So I hope this was interesting and useful. If you have your own numbers and you would like me to play with it and present it, I will be happy to. Thank you very much, and I wish everyone a good day.